Hi guys, another short video about photography. I want to talk about a Fuji lens for the XF mount, the 80mm by Fuji. Um, and it's a lens 80mm equivalent of 28mm in full frame. And it kinda looks like with the lens hood as you would use a Leica Q. It has a nearly same lens hood, square in front, more narrow in the center. And yeah, of course, at first when you cannot afford a Leica Q and you really want the street style of this camera, because really when I did use this lens with my X Pro 2 from Fuji, with the 80mm lens from Fuji with the lens hood, people on the street talked to me and said, "Hey, cool camera, cool lens. What is it? Is it Leica Q or what is it?" And it's an icebreaker, of course, when you are on the street. And it was cool. It was fun. But what I really did not like, the quality of the lens, the 18mm, it's not that good. Zone focusing, with magnification, with the electrical rangefinder in the X Pro 2. The pictures were never this good, and the pictures were okay, but for the price point back then, I guess it was 500 euros, maybe in 2024, 2025. I guess it was more 2024. 500 euros, of course, are a lot of money, but for me, I sold the lens really fast after I used it for maybe half a year, and it kind of felt a little bit plasticky. Of course, I did buy then the lens here in Berlin at the Photoshop aps-c in center Berlin, greetings to the shop, and it wasn't smooth. It was plastic on plastic. The focusing wing, and if you are turning the wing and one times it's smooth, really smooth, and then it's kind of sandy, squishy. It wasn't the most fun experience. Maybe if you have the 80mm in a good condition, maybe then it's another story. But for me, at least, the lens looked really cool, of course, and I guess that was my first reason why I did buy it. And I had fun with the lens, didn't make, of course, maybe a few good photos, because as mentioned often, it's all about having fun photography, and that's all that matters. And if you are really a street photographer guy, because personally I tried street photography from time to time. I do make street photography, but it's not my main purpose. Especially here in Germany, when you are in Berlin and you are at the area where a lot of tourists, nobody asks you about yourself, hey, what are you doing with the camera? But often in Germany, and especially if you're not in a big city, the Germans are not very fond of cameras, I guess. But it always depends when you are being talked to, have a positive attitude, and tell them, hey, I'm doing street photography, I'm an artist, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Most people just want to know what you're doing. Especially when I was in East Berlin, in the area of the Sonnenallee. When you're there and you have the camera in your hand, not even 5 minutes, the first people ask me, hey, if I would be from police or something like that, what are you doing with the camera there? So, of course, you have to be aware of your surroundings, where you are doing photographies, at which time in the day or evening you are doing photography. Especially on the street, at first you have this fear to do photography of other people, but really most people don't give a damn about what you are doing. If you are not a creep and holding a camera right in front of someone's face, and there are a lot of techniques where you can hide you are doing photos, photos from the hip. You have the camera in your hands and you try to figure something out on the display or whatever. You have the camera in front of you and you are playing dumb. People don't think that you are taking in this moment when you're fiddling in the camera around that you are taking photos. Or try look in the background, do photos of architecture. This was my experience where I did realize that I often really I don't making photos about the people because I'm making mostly architecture photography and abstract compositions, and it's mostly in the realm of architecture and in the metropolitan city, and people are mostly running fast out of the frame because they want to be nice to you. Kudos to them. Try to show that you are photographing something different, the background, whatever. And if people are asking you, I just made a photo from the building or whatever. That what is. Just wanted to talk about the 80mm by Fuji, and so I did talk a little bit more about street photography. And of course, when you are doing street photography, it's about the ethics, of course, as well. Personally, I don't do photos of someone who can't defend himself, someone who isn't living on the streets, for example, was in a bad situation. Because when you did grow up in Berlin, as I did, or in a big city, New York, Chicago, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Paris, Madrid, it's nothing cool seeing people on the bottom of their lives, and hey, it never come into mind for me to take pictures of them. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't do it. Don't want to say anything more about it. So ethics. So this really was now about street photography, about the 80mm lens, and hope you liked the video and see you on the next one. Bye bye.